is there, once Olive sort of grows up, gets into thing, do you have any desire to, or you probably don't even know now because it's still quite a while away, but is there a project that you always are like, oh, I'd really want to do this or something like that, or are you just kind of taking it as it goes?
Do you know what? It is actually like a love-hate thing with me because, again, going back to the videos where Olive was present, she'd be like, mummy, mummy, daddy, daddy, and we don't show her online, and the people would message me like, oh, at 9 seconds 37, she's in the video, and it's just like, oh, like it just gets a little bit long. But in terms of like loving and hating, I very much like being both known and very much not known, right? So it doesn't depend on the mood or anything like that, but I feel like when I've gone out, there are some like circumstances where I haven't felt safe. Like when I'm just out with Olive on my own, with the pram, and I'm just minding my business. Like I've had people follow me around the shops, like laughing, giggling, going, you know when people, you've had it, but that's her. Yeah. They follow me the whole entire round. I'm like, I'm just trying to get them, like I'm there with my baby. Do you know what I mean? Yeah. And there's a sense of uncomfortability along with that where I just think, I wish no one knew me. There was a guy at the train station the other day, I had a donut, and obviously I've got braces, right, to get stuck in my braces. And he was like, oh, you're safe? And I was like, yeah, you're right. And I'm like,
just like covering up the boat.
And I was like, oh. Do you know what I mean? So I just wish, bro, just let me out and eat my donut in peace, like donut in my teeth. Such luxury that you just wouldn't have if no one kind of knew who you were, kind of thing. Like I kind of like being a bit of a inner bliss. And I don't like people really asking for pictures if I'm with Olive as well, because then the whole... I don't know, I'm very much always waiting for something bad to happen. It's just the person that I am. So I feel like if I turn my back on my pram for 1 second and someone's nipped my baby, it's very extreme.
Nah, but that does happen though.
But do you know what
I've heard stories about that.
But this is what I'm saying. Like I'm so vigilant as a mum that, I don't know, I don't want to come across rude to people, but they're like, can I get a picture? I'm like, oh no, sorry, like I'm with my baby. Like, Can you tell the thing that you once put on your story, right? And it was about, and this blew my mind because when you had said, like, you know, when you're like blurring a kid's face, I'm like, yeah, okay, like whatever, but I don't like fully really get the reason. Like I was just like, okay, whatever. But then you put stats up from your story of saved and not saved. Can you explain what those stories were to the fans? Because I think I spoke about this on a previous podcast, but I think it'd be better coming from you. Yeah. Just to actually how tapped the internet is. It's so bad. So obviously when I was the new mum, I just felt so much like pride. I was like, wow, this is my baby. I want to share her. She's so beautiful, whatever. So I did used to post her, right? And then I'll explain the story fully, right? So from that instance of posting, when she got to about 3 months old, they'd be like, I don't know, the newborn bit has kind of died down. I don't need to post her every day. Like, I've just kind of got on a little bit. I'd not post her in like 2 days, right? I'd get messages from unknown accounts like user 765, whatever, no like account details. They'd be like, oh, you've not posted Olive in a while. Don't say that you've stopped posting her, whatever. Or I'd get unknown accounts like reply to things of just her with love heart eyes. And I'm like, I just didn't like it. Do you know what I mean? Like, it's different if you was to go, oh, she's well cute. Do you know what I mean? Yeah. Like, but I didn't like the fact that people were almost tracking when I was kind of posting her, and that if she hadn't been posted in a couple of days, I didn't like that people picked up and noticed that either. Yeah, made me really uncomfortable.
Especially from like anonymous accounts. Like if it's got like a face in a picture, you're a bit more, they're like, okay, I guess that's just
But
whatever,
it was just from an unknown, like why do you know that? I don't even know that I've not posted her in 2 days. Why do you? But then I looked at the stats from when she was posted, because I left the pictures up, but I stopped posting going forward. So I looked at the stats, and it'd be something crazy like 2,000 saves, or I don't know, it might have been more than that. I don't know without looking back. But the pictures of just me would be like 300 saves. So a very big jump in saves in pictures that had a child in it. Even photos with Olive posted with her face blurred still had more saved than pictures just with me. And I'm talking more than even if I was like in a bikini, more with my child in than with me. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah,
so it's weird. Nuts. And I post about it on my stories, and I do actually get influencers with kids engage about it, and they still post their kids. So for me, it's just a little bit like,
it's one of those like you just gotta let people like do obviously what they want to do.
Consent is a massive thing. Like you don't know how they're going to grow up, and they might not want to be online at all. That you're opening them up to like an avenue of hate and being no. I wouldn't want people to go out. Obviously it's a bit different because obviously if they recognise me, they're going to know, hey, that's Olive. But if Olive was out on her own at a kids club after school, I don't want any other random adults or parents to be like, oh, that's Olive Payne, just by knowing her face. Like,
that's a good point actually. I didn't even especially...
and a whole big thing of like, Because again, kidnapping does happen. If they're out at the park or whatever, and I don't know, you're picking up dog shit, whatever, you're bent down for 2 seconds, someone goes, oh, Olive, come here. Like, mummy's just said that I'm going to take you around here quickly. Because there's more chance of a predator being able to steal your child by knowing their name. So if they don't know their name, do you know what I mean? So for me, it's just a whole privacy protection thing. It's not for me.
Yeah, like when you start hearing about the stats, that made me go like, okay, yeah, fuck that.
Yeah,
there's no way, mate. How grim is that?
Yeah.
Like, I don't know. I will die on the hill of like protecting my child.
Yeah.
Like, you don't fuck with like a mum and their child. Like, or at least with me. That's why I don't post her. Ethan won't post her.
Yeah.
No family can. Like, that's just done.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? And I feel like, I don't know, I could never be a parent, understand and know, see all of it, engage with it, and then still post my kid. Like, for me,
yeah, that's not
you
for
do
you,
you,
yeah.
but they didn't.
It's interesting, isn't it? Especially because this is going to be the first generation of parents that are actually raising their kid on social media. So nobody actually really knows how this plays out in the long term.
Yeah.
And it'd be really interesting to see, like, I mean, I'm sure in like 10 or 15 years, we'll have all the stats and all the data. And it wouldn't even surprise me if it got to the point where it was so alarming to the point where it not became illegal, but it was just like strongly advised. You just don't post your kid until they're like, I don't know, however old.
There's somewhere, I don't know exactly where it is, but they put out a law saying if you make content with your kids, you have to give them a percentage of the money that you're making from it.
Oh yeah, I
because
did
you are
see
using
that.
your kids as an asset in your video. Because let me tell you, becoming a mum creator opens an avenue of new followers for you, and building it more brand deals because it's open to like Pampers, whatever. Like, you can successfully gain from posting your child, right?
I think it should just be what you do anyways. You almost put it in like a savings
Yeah, like a little
account for
trust
them.
or something.
Yeah, but not
you just
everyone would.
Make a bag,
Do you know what I mean? Some people
keep it
are
themselves.
relying on their kids for content, like family channels. Are you going to be as popular if you stop showing your kids? Or do you thrive because your kids are involved?
I don't know. Yeah, I think when they're like really young, then maybe it's like, what I don't agree with is when, you know, like if the kid doesn't want to do something, or they're like, oh no, then they're like, no, we have to, like, this is my job, so you'll fucking go and do this or whatever. But I do think there probably are family channels out there that are genuinely, they just kind of film them. They've made the decision to show their kids whatever, that's fine. But yeah, I'd be worried if a parent was like, no, we have to do this because I need the content. At that point, you're going, okay, what the hell is actually going on here?
Yeah.
Yeah, I think that's quite interesting. But yeah, look, Faith, it's been a pleasure having you on.
When was the last time you were on? Was it?
No, so you've never been
never
on,
been
but
on
you
here.
did make an appearance before.
Yeah, when I first started going out with Ethan.
Right at the beginning, we had Bez on. in
yes. You came on
our
for like
second set.
Before I worked here.
Yeah, it
Back
was the
when
circus
we were
set.
both good looking.
Oh my God, you
don't
actually...
do this.
Yeah.
Don't do this.
Yeah,
We're all good looking.
Ethan looks great. I don't know what you're on about.
Yeah.
I'm just joking. I'm just having a bit of fucking banter.
What the-
Look, whoa, we want to do a quick... Oh, wait, you want to talk about the pub quiz thing?
What? Because
Don't
of...
have to.
Oh, well, the thing is, you I assume you haven't watched the pub
I've
quiz.
started it. I will watch the fun Sidemen videos.
Yeah.
I don't watch. I've probably watched like 3.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like, if I see clips and I think, oh, that's funny.
Yeah.
Like, so I have started this one.
The pub quiz. Well, me and Ethan were actually on a
The
team
yeah.
together,
Yeah.
and we had Danny Aarons. Poor Danny Aarons getting absolutely eaten alive on there. In fairness, he did get absolutely battered, and I do want to apologize to Danny Aarons because me and Bez absolutely stitched him up by continuously sending him up on stage to win us back the points that he had lost us in the push-ups.
Who do you think would have won, like, in that room
Yeah.
against Cole in the push-ups?
I don't
How
think
many?
anyone
How many
would.
did he do again?
I don't think, maybe Arthur, potentially. Arthur TV. Yeah,
How
he's,
many did Cole do?
I don't know. He
I don't
just
know,
he
but
just
it looked
stopped
like he
when
would've kept
Danny
When the other
Right.
guys? So how many did they get to? I can't remember.
Like
Like
30.
23 minutes?
Yeah, something like that. Yeah, I
Cole's
actually
in
think
great shape.
Amazing shape.
yeah, Cole. I'd be surprised if anyone beat him, but I do
Unreal
think Arthur
body.
TV probably.
Lovely body.
Unreal break.
Well,
on him.
great body,
Arthur
yeah.
TV would be good.
Great body.
Arthur
Oil
would, I
that
think
up.
Arthur would be cooking.
Yeah.
Whack it in a hydraulic press.
Oh, no,
as
actually, I
Arthur
have
would
seen.
say.
Ethan showed me a
What?
picture.
Of what? Whose body?
Arthur's.
Oh, Arthur's got a great body.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, so you guys do that too? Yeah, me and my girlfriend share a picture of Arthur as well.
So,
Topless Arthur.
Can we end with a little dilemma, lads?
Yes, let's do it.
Right. You get put in jail, and the only way to get out is by solving a Rubik's Cube.
yeah.
And you can't get out until you've solved it. Or you have a 3-week fixed period in there.
Well, just take the
Oh,
Rubik's Cube.
Rubik's Cube.
You'll solve it eventually, man. You'll figure out the
You think
formula.
you're solving it quickly then?
Yeah. Like, yeah.
No, this is an interesting question purely because theoretically, I like to think, and a lot of people say like once you know how to do it, like you can do it. But this is coming from, I imagine, 3 people that don't know how to solve a Rubik's Cube or would have no idea where to start with it.
I've solved a Rubik's Cube before, so I know I could do this.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
To be fair, you've got one of them sneaky brains.
Yeah, you do.
Thank
Yeah.
you for thinking that. It's
You
actually
do.
a compliment for once.
I'm not sure. I'm being genuinely serious. I would like to think in 4 weeks I'd be
I
able to solve
promise
it.
you,
3
you guys
weeks.
will solve it. Once you get the patterns down, you'll...
That's what you're saying. Like even get the patterns down. Like what are you talking about?
There's certain ways to get certain parts in, so like there's a way to doing it, and like what color you need to get what side, and then there's. But
Yeah,
to
but
be
that's
fair,
what I'm
you get.
saying.
You
I
kinda-
don't know
You
that.
kind of get told that sometimes, and there is an instruction book that kind of tells you how to start.
Nah, this is just dropping.
But if
it.
you were
Yeah.
going dropped, if you got dropped in, I still think you figure it out. Because
Oh, I'm
if
taking
you're
the
doing,
fix.
if you're doing this,
you're taking the
I'm
3
taking
weeks.
the-
if you're doing this 8 hours a day, right? Like people jump on a Rubik's Cube, right? I might give you one right now. You'll fiddle around with it for 10 minutes. Go, fuck me, it's well hard. I'd never do it. If you're in prison and you've got 12, 14 hours a day to sit at this fucking cube and look at it, you are gonna do it.
I don't
in a
think
few-
so. Do you know
will do
how
it.
hard I can procrastinate? I will be in there 12
Yeah, but you're in
minutes
prison.
before
You
I
want to get out. What are you gonna do instead? Like procrastinate with
but
what?
That's it. I'll just be like, fucking.
You'd just be staring at a fucking wall or chipping away behind a toilet with a spoon.
Yeah. I don't know. I would not solve it.